California's San Mateo and Santa Clara counties cover approximately 2,000 square miles and are home to more than 2.5 million people. This section of the Bay Area is highly diverse, catering to the likes of Stanford and Santa Clara universities, the San Jose Sharks and Earthquake, the NASA Ames Research Center, as well as the area known as Silicon Valley. This small section of the nation contains some of the most productive land in the world, yet it faces one serious problem. Housing in San Mateo and Santa Clara counties is some of the least affordable housing in the nation. In San Mateo County alone, 27% of households overpay on their housing expenses, and 12% of all households are overcrowded. Further, the Housing Leadership Council of San Mateo County estimates the annual income necessary to buy a median-priced home to be $200,000. The HLC also finds that in San Mateo County, 6 of its subdivisions have zero affordable housing, and 14 have below 55 individual units. At the same time, Association of Bay Area Governments reported that in order to meet housing goals, a total of 16,300 affordable housing options must be installed between 1999 and 2006. Too late. At first, one might only consider a few problems to be associated with a lack of affordable housing. Sadly, though, many serious problems afflict our area because of the housing situation. Overpaying or paying more than 30% of one's gross income towards housing expenses is prevalent in these areas. Overcrowding, or having more than one person per room, is also common. In addition, expensive housing causes many to live in substandard conditions, and a lack of low-income housing results in pollution from long commutes. Combine these problems together, and a lack of affordable housing becomes both relevant and disturbing. Portola Valley contains almost no affordable housing. In fact, many of its residents are opposed to such developments. Portola Valley real estate agent Eloise Pollock, also Portola Valley schoolteacher, speaks out about affordable housing and its presence in the town.
It's had a small impact in reality, but there is a lot of discussion regarding around that issue, and as new developments come into Portola Valley, when developers want to build like 6 homes or something, or they take over a large parcel of land and build new homes, there is a discussion about below market housing, but the reality is none of that's really happened. But there's always discussion around that, and projects are approved based on having that available, but then it doesn't seem to get built.
Here, Pollock speaks more about affordable housing in Portola Valley.
I think the more vocal people in the town, which ends up being the people that give the reputation of the town, isn't necessarily everyone's feeling, is that they welcome it if it's people within the community, so teachers, firefighters, kind of our own, as people would say. But I think overall they probably fear that because they feel their property values will begin to go down.
Miss Pollock uses a key word, fear. The not in my neighborhood, fear-induced mindset is prevalent in Portola Valley and other places. In fact, Maria Chrysan, a professor of sociology at the University of Illinois at Chicago, released a study which found that white individuals were more likely to favorably judge a neighborhood if the neighborhood's composition was mostly white. Though grim as it may seem, not all hope is lost in Portola Valley. Woodside Priory School is on the cutting edge in many respects. Its boarding program brings students from all over the world. It has the largest solar array of any high school in the nation, and it currently provides affordable housing for its faculty and their families. Tim Molak, headmaster of the Priory, speaks about the school's housing program.
So the Priory started giving housing to faculty and staff in about 1983 or 84. We built the homes that are on the lower part of the campus. At that point, I'm not sure whether the town had affordable housing guidelines or that the state mandated certain things, but over the years that has become the case. So the first building of homes were the four that are connected together, and then the house that was given to the school many, many years ago that became the only home on Georgia Lane. And so that's the one, and then we have one other little smaller studio apartment. So 84 was that, and then after that was maybe 4 or 5 years later that the Gambetta Ranch became available, and that brought in 4 homes. And then in 2004, we built the additional 7. And there are 11 more in the works over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
After getting its start, affordable housing on campus has become a big part of the Priory life.
It certainly has been usable in probably 2 or 3 ways. One is retention of current faculty. If they're living off campus, we've been in some situations able to move them on campus with their families. It's a huge benefit, especially if you have a family, because the local school district is great. And so they're able to send their kids to Ormondale or Corte Madera, and it's free, because we do pay taxes on our home land. We don't pay taxes on the school part of it, but on the other. So the retention factor, it attracts some people. So if we have a home, and we know in the case of the Lavages, they came because we were able to provide them with an apartment in front of the dorm. They were willing to work in the dorm besides teach. They wouldn't have been able to come into this area, and it's been true with a number of people. And then in the long run, in some cases, it's maybe a long-term thing. We have somebody here we like, we're looking ahead saying, we hope in 2 to 3 years to be able to retain you, because we can see some homes become available.
Priory is adding additional affordable housing, but this is only for our own kind. State and local regulations will continue to be part of the building agreements, but to date, none has been enforced. The bottom line, nothing. Interested in helping? Check out the following resources. Housing Leadership Council of San Mateo County provides excellent resources and a friendly and easy to navigate website. The County of San Mateo's website has a section designated Department of Housing, which also has resources and information. Santa Clara County's website contains an Office of Affordable Housing section that also offers resources, contact info, and housing programs.
No, just that this whole area of affordable housing is really big in the state of California. There's a lot of emphasis on it, and every town is mandated to do a certain number of them. I think it's a great topic, and ones that we're going to be dealing with here in California certainly for a long time.